All right, all right. So I was talking about the mind, body, spirit balance and what this practice of Merpati and Vibravision does for us. I covered a little bit about the Indonesian army and how they had such incredible results. And this is the absolute ultimate physical cross trainer for any other event or sport that you might be doing. Then we talk a little bit about the mind and how they were able to put the high school students through all 4 years of high school in 1 year and then college, all of it. And they seriously took care of 8 years of school in only 2 years. But we haven't talked much about the spirit. And the spirit is kind of an interesting thing because I really want everybody to understand that Vibravision and Merpati Putih are not religious whatsoever. And yet 99.999% of people that experience this find it to be a very spiritual practice. And so let's just define spirit a little bit because in Indonesia, there's actually four main religions. It's actually the largest Muslim nation in the world. However, all the times that I've been there, they've never once ever pushed anything on me. They've never asked me to go to a service or anything like that. It's very different than what we may have experienced through the media of what the Muslim religion is. They live in abundance. It's a tropical paradise. There's so much stuff that they maybe do things a little differently than what we see on the news, where they're very limited resources. However, in addition to Muslims, there's also Christians, Buddhists, and Hindus, and they actually put it on your driver's license because they want to make sure that if you die out in a village out in the jungle or whatever, they don't know how to bury you, that they can still respect your rights. And so do it the way that you choose to have it done. And they're so open and amazing. In any case, the basic idea here is, hey, we've got four main religions, but we're really peaceful amongst each other. And the philosophy or the theory behind it is this: if we had all the four most holy men or holy clerks, men, women, whoever they may be, out of those religions, and they're all standing next to each other. So they're talking about, what God really is, and this guy is saying this is what God is, but the person next to him or the other three, no, you're wrong. This is the real God. And then no, this is the real God. And then no, this is the real God. Well, at the end of the day, we can't see each other's God. This is all a belief thing. And at the end of the day, we're all gonna find out anyway, right? So why don't we place our bets right now? But we'll hang off on, getting too serious about it until we find out who won the bet. So the idea is like this: all of the great teachers through all of those amazing, spiritual religions pretty much all have the same story, just different characters in their book. And so rather than spending time arguing over what we don't know, which is what's going to happen, at the end of the ride when we check out and decide to graduate into the afterlife, but more, what did they all say about before this? And pretty much it all comes down to how to have an amazing, passionate, and joyful life. So if we could really put our finger on it for mind, body, spirit balance, spirit could really be equated to a simple word of joy. Have you ever noticed, when I was talking about the two aspects that we spend so much time running around trying to balance, which is our mind and our body? If we're stressed and our fuse goes, it's really hard to feel our connection with our higher self or our Heavenly Father or our guardian angels or whatever it is that you might be working on and your spiritual path. It's really hard to feel our connection. By the same token, when you're in pain, probably maybe some swear words come out of your mouth. You're not really feeling that joy and that connection and in the light of the divine at that moment. So we spend the majority of our lives running around trying to not hurt and not be stressed. It's really hard to look up into the spiritual world and really find our connection and our true purpose and our meaning and our divine selves. But if we can increase our energy and pump up our tires, so to speak, well, these automatically balance themselves and the gates start opening to finding our higher purpose and our higher calling and our spirit. So it really doesn't matter what path we're on, as long as we want to be a Jedi, not a dark Sith Lord. That's the thing about this energy, is that it has no intelligence really of its own. It's a tool. and it can be used for bad things. So just like a hammer, you can build something amazing. You can build a house that'll take care of you and your family, but you can also hurt somebody with it real easy. We have to use this responsibly, but the key is once we figure out how to get the hammer and how to get the nail, we can do amazing things with it. And the real pivot point of this is if we can get our mind and our body into balance, whatever it is that we're working on, it's like we get a turbocharged, boosted antenna to start working on that and getting a clear signal from source or whatever it is that we might be working on. So our path basically gets more illuminated and opens up before us in a brand new way. If you want to feel more connection with your higher self or Heavenly Father, guardian angels, whatever it is that you're working on, by doing this practice, 99.999% of people experience things that they have never experienced before because they start having that balance open the gates to what they're really looking for, which for each of us is unique and different. And we can all do it in love and respect for each other. We can all find our way by ourselves, but together. Merpati Putih was released to the Indonesian public during a time of war, and it unified the country and brought them together into a new reality of their culture and their interconnectedness. We can do that again in this crazy day and age. The world got a whole lot smaller. Now we have something that can really put us all together and realize that we're all connected. So look forward to seeing you open your heart, open your mind, open your spirit connection. This is going to be amazing. We'll see you there.